of these days. So it's gonna be like a rambling video. Um, July 5th, I'm going to start on once again. Actually, I been that's done very well so far. I lost. Let me see what it says. I lost 36 pounds. Yeah, so 35, 37 pounds. Different days because I guess the water, whatever. So I need to lose 8 more pounds to have my tumor taken off my kidney. So um, I'm going. The doctor's. Uh, I got the doctor with the specialist name. So they said, yeah, set up my surgery in September. But I'm gonna get into that. You guys, excuse me. I really don't feel well. It's one of these, like I said, it's one of these days. So I'm gonna go. This is gonna be like a new starting point because I'm just like this is gonna be the finish line for my surgery. Then and I have to probably do chemo because besides having a tumor on my kidney, I have cancer, but it is not spreading. So if you do chemo, that raises your pressure. That's the problem I have. So I'm gonna give you the proper term to ooh, you put these lighter ones on. I also got cataracts in this eye, and I can't get that surgery done because something is abnormal with my eye. So I got to once again in the last few weeks this month I got to go on the 16th to see that doctor in Long Beach. Um, but we're gonna go in order. I have I don't know if you can see this. This is what I have: primary aldosteronium. Um, so there's so many words not in the show. Increases keep my pressure up and before I moved to Las Vegas, they was going to take it out. I went to see the surgeon. The surgeon is going to approve the surgery. I got a little scared. I said, "Man, this, Uh, then when I came out here, isn't it like certain doctors do more thorough testing? Long Beach, I like Long Beach. Um, they have the newer. They run a lot of doctors because they train some doctors come there, so they got the new specs. Um, so they was gonna do my surgery. And I moved out here. They don't have. They do a lot of outsourcing, and to do this surgery, they have to outsource me to the VA from the VA out here in Las Vegas. They gonna outsource me to some people in San Francisco, which I never seen. So they didn't see me. Because you 260, 270, and you don't lift weights, you probably look sloppy. I'm not that sloppy looking person. So that's why they was gonna do the surgery. I know why. I'm like in my mind because the doctor out here that actually saw me didn't say, "Oh, we're gonna do the surgery." But when the surgeon said, "Okay, you need to lose some weight," so I'm 8 pounds from that now. Period. That was 3 weeks ago. So I got quite a few doctors. So that's what I have. Primary, whatever. I have that, and if I do chemo, that raises your pressure. Now, my pressure without all this medication, I'm gonna go through some of this medication. But the vitamin D, I need to take that because my butt should probably be in the sun more. Um, I take this. Matter of fact, since I learned to drop some weight, my pressure is stays. It's not. It's still high. It's like 150 over 90. Before it's maybe 180 over 110 if I didn't take my medicine. So I know if I when the period when I before I take my medicine, that's what it be. So I take this. Can't even pronounce this. I might put it in the description. I take 25 milligrams of carvedilol. I for sure got to take this. But hopefully, when they remove that tumor off my kidneys, the doctor said I might only be down to one medicine. Then I take this. Nifedi fine. First I was on 90 and they put me on 60 because they wanted me to take it twice a day. The 90 would, if I took the 90, um, the whole pill, my pressure be like 110 over 60. That's all right. That's just too rough for me. So anyway, them the two main ones for sure. I always carry with them everywhere I go, or I stop panicking. For years, I used to just take this or the other version of the niacin. Is animal start with an A. If you on high blood pressure, you know what I'm talking about. Start with AM or something like that. I took that and for years with an aspirin, and that kept my pressure under control. I guess when that tumor started building up, stuff got out of control. So then I take every once in a while Hydralazine. Quite a few people take this, you know. And then this latastrin, they actually protect your kidneys. There's a couple medicines protect your kidneys. That latastrin and these for my pre-diabetes is EMPAG Zavin, 25 milligrams. My it's been under control. Um, my sugar been under control. I haven't had no. Um, yeah. Let me see. And okay, mainly the two pills. I'm gonna say the N and the C. I call them N and the C, not nifedipine and the Satadrin. I'm pronouncing it. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna take my time and put it on there so you know what I'm talking about. Then I take these. That's mainly for my high blood pressure. Yeah. So how many medicine I take for my blood pressure? Well, at one point I was taking all of these to stay from blowing my kidneys out. So I was taking 45 blood pressure. One time I was sick of six. Um, and I don't take this all the time. I shouldn't even say this. They gave me some spironolactone, which when I found out causes extra buildup, and I don't need no extra man boobs. That's why I blow this. This is my probably second machine in the last 7 months. I blow these shit out, and I have the one to go down the wrist, and I have an emergency one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna buy another one next month. I'm gonna blow the pressure machine out because I'm checking my pressure 3 to 4 times a day. Okay, so I take this is for just like cancer. I take that herb. I take this. Oh, if you're not, you should start. If you don't like tomato, you should start taking this. The tomatoes juice help you prostate cancer for sure. Keep it under control. Keep it at bay, right? And I take these. My cousin told me the liquid, man. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna take these pills. Ain't nothing. So I'm not changing anything. People like do this, do this. Well, ain't nothing got worse. I'm keeping it at bay. So I'm not taking nothing gonna make me feel like throw up. And this is the thing. This is really help you with cancer, bitter. And if you can eat the natural vegetable, which I can't, my stepmom can. Before I even knew this deal, this was like a few years ago, 6 years ago. She was making that stuff. She likes that stuff, and I ate that. I said I would never eat that vegetable again. I would die for real. That was the taste was so horrible, right? I'm just too old to do that. So I said I found that they had the pills about 8 months ago. So I've been buying these pills. I know probably not as effective as eating a vegetable raw, but I can't eat that. You don't believe me? Go get you a little bit of that. If you're from America, I'm not talking about if you're Filipino. I have to start the video go. I hope the video was on. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, that video went through. I don't know why this thing timed out. It pisses me off. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. This bitter melon. This is for sure what you need in your stable. Just if you take it, this is tomatoes and this is bitter melon. You need to have these in your stable if you're 40 years old to prevent cancer. This helps prevent and keep it at bay. And this is right here is broccoli. Now, they have other products I was taking before this one because I found out from the Billy app, whoever's coded in this broccoli, whatever what it's called, I'll put that in my description too, is some kind of process. You know, anything processed is not good for you, but ain't nothing got worse since I've been taking these. So I went back to these. I was taking a black form of these. I got off of Amazon. But to be honest with you, it's an ingredient in here. That's the thing that coats the pills that cause it. Also, it has black pepper. Most of these things have black pepper. That actually, yeah, all of these have black pepper. These herbs I showed you, that helps with the absorption rate. If it don't have black pepper, I don't think you should take it from what I'm reading by these herbalist people. So that just, you can look it up yourself. Don't believe what I say. Do some research. So I'm gonna start July 5th, uh, and then I'm gonna do. I wrote down here when I'm gonna do videos on the checkup, and I'm gonna weigh in on the 5th. I'm starting July 5th. I'm gonna do my weigh in on the 5th. I'm gonna post that, and I have the 5th, the 7th, the 10th, the 12th, the 14th, and I'll go from there and tell you the more dates. But it's a couple days I have to go to LA to see the doctor. I have a doctor here in LA. I'm not switching no doctors because I don't want to start a bunch of tests over again. I want to for sure get that tumor off my kidneys, so maybe I'm only down. I think I might won't have to take really no medicine for the heart because right now, like I said, naturally it's 150 and 90. So get that off, maybe be 135 over 80 or something. That's, being a good ballpark, and I keep eating healthy. And so that's where I'm at. I think that's about all. Oh, I take a cholesterol pill. Well, I only take half the dose because I read that mess with your kidneys. Oh yeah, my kidneys were like 39%. So if you don't know when you're an old person, you need to make sure your pressure, you need to keep your pressure under control. High pressure affects your kidneys, then you're gonna be on dialysis. And I'm not trying to be on dialysis. So anyway, so yeah. So oh yeah. So July 5th, I take my pictures, I wait in, I go full blown. The day of July 3rd. Most likely this video will be up. Um, yeah. So, then I gotta hustle. Both my sons graduate the next year. One graduate for go from the to high school. My other one get out of high school. And my oldest, the one's getting out of high school, messed his ACL up, getting ready for sport. That's like that almost had. Matter of fact, I did shed a tear, but I held back from boohoo crying because he was trying so hard. Uh, he was already doing good in track. The problem with him is he think, you know, he's all American. He don't warm up. When he blew himself out the track on these track meets, I said, man, you have to warm up. I'm looking at him, I said, man, you're not even warming up. When he came, I said, man, you need to warm up. And then when he went to do his basketball thing, he called my ex-wife in 5 minutes. You know, you ain't warming up. I just can tell you what you. As soon as you get in the gym, you call. That means you're not warming up. Yeah. So now that's the situation, and the insurance ain't. I'm gonna say this. I remember for three back in what 2005, 2006. I was paying $490 for three people. The VA paid for my insurance, so I've been trying for the last 3 years just to get some cheap insurance for me and my two sons, just my two sons. I'm not including. Man, they talking about 1,100. I said, dang, because I know if I can't go on no insurance because I got all kind of stuff. Man, that insurance probably be $2,000, $3,000. Yeah, the matter of fact, I did was it was $1,800. Yeah, so They talking about open enrollment and blah blah this. So the insurance that he does have don't cover surgeries. But lucky when I was in California, the first time, because he allergic to everything too. So I paid close to 4,700. That just taking him in the ambulance and pumping his stomach, whatever they did that day. I never get that day because I was actually that was around Christmas or New Year holiday. I had the flu real bad. That's the last flu I ever had too. When he said, "Daddy, I don't want to die," I rushed into the harbor. Right. Yeah. 6 months later, paid that bill. What the last year of him, about 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and he broke his wrist. I said, man, so then I think by that time I'm under the V. I said, I'm a disabled veteran. I'm gonna be paying none of this, man. So you gotta help me out, right? Because I found that insurance wasn't working. It worked in Vegas, but it didn't work out there. So, man, one thing about California, the medical stuff ain't going on your credit. I didn't pay a dime. I think the bill was like 7 or 8 thousand, and I went back again. The people helped me out. That harbor. Matter of fact, I gotta say this. I know I'm going off the theme. The harbor, what's that harbor? The They saved my life in 2016. I had pneumonia. I was 2 weeks in that hospital. This is before I got my VA. I'm under VA now. They hooked me up. The nurses were nice, very caring, very and yeah. And then they kept making points back to back to back. You know, very good people there. Um, that's on Vermont and Carson Street. Yeah. So I took him there, and they gave him good care, and they made him after appointment with no money. That's the only thing I'm seeing in California. The only side effect to that, right? Now you go up in there, you got to deal with people that's not from here. Anyway, I want to talk about that. So they still give you care. Don't matter where you from, they gonna give you care unless that change. I don't think so. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Also, I want to talk. I'm gonna make a separate video about this again. Matter of fact, I'm putting a video up. This is like about my series of me just losing 8 pounds, which I'm probably gonna do within 2 to 3 weeks. I'm gonna be right on schedule. I'm doing the surgery. Um, Eric, it says what it says. I know some of this deodorant says 48 hours, 72 hours. That don't mean you don't take no bath. You know, if you need to take a bath every day. That's what I'm suspecting. Especially if during the summertime, you need to take a bath every day. Before you go to work, young people, you need to take a bath. You need to take a bath before you go to work, right? Because you are most likely working. I don't know. I hope you work in 8 hours or more. You're gonna be a little smelly. And plus, a lot of y'all smoke weed. Weed and funk is not a good combination. Let me say this again. Weed and funk is not a good combination, and you shouldn't be covering no funk up with no deodorant, right? And I'm not joking with you. So I'll make another video about this. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm telling you the truth. Um, these young people not bathing. These older people not bathing. They not bathing. They going to work funky, or they trying to cover the funk with some mud, with some cologne, and you can smell the funk and cologne is not a good mixture. Have one, and weed and ass is not a good mixture. You know. Okay, I gotta go and finish this. So what you need to do, okay, what you need to do, and that's another thing I think about. What you need to do, you have two towels. One you wipe your whole body with, and one you take that one and wipe your booty real good, right? You maybe you start from your balls. That's what I normally do. Then wipe your ass. excuse me, you'll be behind last. Okay, no. And if you work in like a manual labor job, you out in the heat, put a little powder down there, cause you gonna, you gonna have some odors. You kind of combat. At least you wiped it up. You put some powder. Don't not wipe. Sleep for don't. I ain't gonna bathe for 3 days and I'm gonna put some powder down there. No, we don't need that mixture of foam. I hope you're listening to me. You know, and I mean, if you a regular normal person that got access to water, wash your butt. Even if you living in your car, Planet Fitness $10, $12, go in there and take a shower. Ain't nobody, you got your membership, go in there and take a shower. That's what smart people do. That's what I'm saying. You can live in your car and still keep your butt clean. You can afford Planet Fitness. You know, if something else, if something wrong with you mentally or something, ask for help. You know, go to the nearest church. They'll find somewhere to help you go to, whatever. You can get help. People, I know people there to help. My mother's to help people. I help people. That's why I don't have no tip money. I mean, extra money in my thing, right? But some things you can help yourself with, right? So anyway, me and they're going all over the place like I normally do. Oh, while I'm saying this, um, I'm doing the which I did. I haven't been putting a constantly all thing, but I'm gonna do this the next till the end of the year. I said I've pretty been doing. I think I hit all my goals this year, except for me. No, I hit all my goals. Yeah, so I got 8 more pounds. I'm going. What I'm gonna do, but on that First Farm app, I'm gonna make sure I put all my meals, which is not a lot. I only usually eat one meal a day, but I might, cause I noticed that since I don't eat, cause I got to be careful, uh, cause I was getting gout back to back to back to back. I haven't had no gout, so I'm not eating no excess protein, right? So if that's gonna keep me from, looking a certain way, here we go again. Oh, it didn't click off. That then so it be it. So I'm just real simple. I'm gonna eat chicken, broccoli, fish, broccoli. Maybe have some oatmeal. That's it, and some fruit and some shake. That's what I've been doing. Nothing crazy. And then yeah, salad. When I go to the restaurant, you have some salad and a bunch of tea. Let's see what's. I made some macaroni. I took a spoon. I could tell you the 2 spoons of the macaroni. It tastes okay. Um, I think I maybe had oh, one time I had some Louisiana chicken. I mean, this is like this whole so far year. Uh, oh, I'm making some baked chicken. Maybe I'll make sure that recipe. I'm trying to copy off my cousin. When I went there, I had some broccoli, some rice, and that chicken. So I'm gonna do that. But I need to, flip the meat sometime because we won't get gorged out. I'm sorry I went way over this video. You know I always do that. Have a wonderful day. I'm gonna end this, and I'll be back for sure with my weigh in on the 5th. We're gonna win and chat. What my son says. He says a word. He said I forgot. He says I talk. Where he said I talk too much, but he say something else. I remember that term he used.